Welcome to 7 Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
It's the day after the Great AeroGarden Massacre. Herbs were sacrificed so that peppers could thrive. Want to hear all about it? Let's get started. It's been 47 days since I planted herbs and peppers in this AeroGarden Bounty Wi-Fi. This is my first time doing any kind of hydroponic gardening, and I chose AeroGarden because I wanted to learn the basics of hydroculture using a foolproof system that could deliver quick results. And deliver it did. For the last couple of weeks, we've been enjoying as much basil and dill as we care to harvest. Here's what the AeroGarden looked like yesterday morning. Things had gotten a little out of control. The dill and Thai basil were enormous and threatened to hog all the light and nutrients. The Genovese basil was not quite as large, but only because we had been harvesting its leaves almost every day. Looking back, what I did was probably kind of foolish. This unit has the capability to grow 9 plants at once, so I thought I would fill it to capacity in the beginning, then remove some of the plants later when things got too crowded. Seems reasonable, right? So I planted 4 grow pods with my own hot pepper seeds, along with 5 of the pre-planted gourmet herb grow pods that came with the AeroGarden.
But I bought this unit to grow peppers. So while we've greatly enjoyed growing and eating these herbs, it's time for them to go. I'm raising the light hood to get better access to the plants. As a geeky side note, I'm shooting this with my phone, and I love how my Apple Watch camera app lets me monitor and control the phone camera remotely. But I can't seem to pull the dill plant out through the top. A peek inside reveals the problem.
Having no prior experience, I didn't realize how many roots the dill and basil plants would grow. I also didn't realize how the roots for all the plants would grow together, making it impossible to separate them cleanly when removing a plant.
So I chopped off the roots of the dill plant at the base. Now it could be easily removed. That's really impressive growth in such a short time. Time to return to my roots. I ditched the scissors once I figured out it was easier to just tear them with my fingers. Look at this huge mass of waterlogged roots I'm pulling out of the tank. This Thai basil plant looks really vibrant and healthy. I'm certainly thinking about getting another AeroGarden just for growing herbs. Dwarf chiltepin, I'm sorry my poor planning is causing your roots to be disturbed. I hope you don't get separation anxiety. The Genovese basil was the last plant I needed to remove, and as I kept ripping roots, I knew how glad I would be when this gruesome task was completed. As I said earlier, this plant would definitely have been as large as the others if we hadn't been eating so much of it. Now we'll eat the rest of it. Okay, here's what's left. I'm going to take this opportunity to move the Cap 214 pepper plant one slot over to give it and the Ari Charapita a little more breathing space. I'll leave the curly parsley in place for now, and probably remove it within a week. Wow, this looks a whole lot different than it did just an hour ago. The Mata Friday is the largest of all the plants and already has buds, but they'll get removed when I prune 3 of the plants in a couple of days, after they've had a chance to recover from the root disruption. The water level was down a little after removing all those roots, so I topped it off until the level was back to the fill line. Then I added an extra capful of nutrients to make up for what was lost. Now, down to the kitchen, where I removed the grow baskets and sponges. The hyper-root activity of this dill seems to have pretty much consumed the sponge. The plastic grow baskets can be reused by just adding a new sponge, and if you like, a new label. We'll eat most of these herbs ourselves, and share the rest. They really should be enjoyed while they are fresh. Kat made delicious tamagoyaki and avocado noodle bowls for dinner, and adding fresh Thai basil, and of course hot peppers, perfected an already amazing meal. I knew I needed to prune the 3 larger plants, but I waited a couple of days to let them recover from the traumatic root disruption. This type of pruning, called topping, will help keep the plant compact and should improve yield. Since this dwarf chiltepin is a naturally miniature plant, it might just be the perfect AeroGarden pepper. I forgot to press record before I topped the Mata Frade, so please accept my apology and enjoy this authentic reenactment. While topping the Charapita, I noticed that the Cap 214 wild bird pepper plant behind it had developed thin spots on the leaves that weren't there a couple of days ago. This plant lost quite a few roots during the removal operation. I'm hoping this is some sort of a stress reaction it will recover from, and I'll be closely monitoring the situation. Time to adjust the light hood, then leave the AeroGarden and its plants alone for a while. They've experienced a lot of stress over the last few days.
I've really enjoyed tending the AeroGarden so far. I felt bad performing the herbectomy, but the peppers now have the light and room they need to thrive. I'll post another update in a month or so. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and tap the bell to receive notifications as we post new episodes. And for even more 7-Pot Club, follow our daily updates on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For 7-Pot Club, I'm Rob.